How to change ukulele strings, Part 2, with tips. Step 4. Install new strings. Option 1. If the bridge has grooves, you only have to tie a double knot on one end of the string and pass it through the corresponding groove. Pull the other side of the string to ensure that it's secure. Here's what the knot could look like, but you can use any knot that's safe and thicker than the groove. Option 2. If the bridge has holes, pass the string through the corresponding hole in the bridge. If you've marked your strings, use the side that isn't marked. Take the end of the string and pass it around the other side of the bridge. Pull it through until you have enough string to work with. Tuck it under the same string from the treble A string side. Pass it back towards the bridge, creating a bend. Then wrap it around itself over the bridge twice. And finish with the loose end trapped below the back corner of the bridge. Pull gently to tension the knot, but be careful not to pull too hard. Here's it from another angle. Tip number 11. After the strings have settled, cut any excess, as it will vibrate when you're playing. Step 5. Install the strings to the tuners. Now it's time to move to the other end of your instrument. Take the free, marked end of the string and pass it towards the headstock. Pass the string through the tuner hole from the side that is facing the middle of the headstock, leaving a little slack or up to the mark. Turn the tuning peg anti-clockwise whilst holding the string in place. Continue turning the tuner and guide the string to ensure that it is neatly coiled and each coil is adjacent to, but not lying over the previous one. And here we can see it from another angle. Tip number 12. When the string becomes straight or tight, start strumming it between winding to check its tension and make sure you don't over-tighten it. You can also attach a tuner and check its pitch. Just like in tip number 2, you can use your string winder for this process. The coils should work towards the headstock, but should not reach the bottom of the peg head. If you leave the correct amount of slack when you pass the string through the hole in the roller, you should achieve 4 to 6 wraps or coils. This makes sure that the string does not unwind. Tip 13. If the tuners feel loose and don't hold the string firmly, use a screwdriver to tighten their screw to the desired level. Repeat steps number 4 and 5 for the rest of your strings. Now it's time to use your tuner to get them all in tune. Tip number 14. For more tuning information, please check out our How to Tune a Ukulele video. When the strings have settled, trim the remaining free end. Tip number 15. Pull the strings a few times to help them stretch and settle faster. Tip number 16. If the new string is thicker than the nut groove, use a file to widen the corresponding nut groove, making sure that you only trim the sides of the groove, not the bottom. Tip number 17. The same restringing technique can be applied to classical guitars. Thanks so much for watching, and check out our how-to videos for more instructions and tips.